Hi, we'll be going over a breakdown of a flickering LCD monitor and debugging and finding that the caps were bad and replacing those. This should work for pretty much any LCD monitor, but I'll put the exact model in the comments. Please leave any feedback below. What you do is you pull this up along the edges, and there's these little grooves which it's stuck into. If you get out the screw, there's 3 screws along each, on the bottom base, each corner, and then one in the middle where underneath where the stand connects to the back of the base. And then if you just take this back part off, there is a connector right here on this back edge. And that pulls right out. There's a piece of tape holding it on here, so now we can flip this up. There's another connector here. You can see right here that tape comes right out. Now we can flip this up and we can see the electronics. So let's lay this down here. So we got a screw here, another right here, and another over here. So let's look for some capacitors that may be out. Okay, there we go. Just lifting up this side, and we have some connectors over here. Let's take these out. Try not to pull on the wires themselves. All right. So this wiggles out. It's a little connector that's on the front of the space here. Just pulled that out. And that comes out there, that slides right out. So I see a couple of caps that look bad. I see this cap right here and right here. It looks a little puffy. This one looks okay. These two look okay. Can you see those? Don't know if it comes out in this video how puffy these caps are on top. So that indicates bad caps. So let's take a look at that. Those are 820 microfarad, 25 volts, the 2 large ones, and then there's a 330 microfarad, 25 volt in there. This big one, just for in case we ever want to replace that, is 150 microfarad, 450 volt. Okay, so we'll order those 2 caps and replace them and see if that fixes the screen flickering. Also, let's take out this board and see if there's anything that looks bad on there. And unscrew these nuts.
Okay, looks like there's a graphics chip, display chip right here, Genesis. Electron Tech, probably some memory chips. And I don't see anything that looks bad to me on there. So this connector, we did have a connector that we disconnected from here on the outside. It says key 1, key 2, and U654. Okay, so we'll put this back on there so we don't have to worry about it later. So I'm going to use this super wick, solder wick, to take off the solder, to take out the cap. So this is the lead of one of the caps. You just put it over the solder and put the iron on top, and it wicks it up. Works pretty good. Once you get the solder off, then the cap comes right out. Usually, sometimes you can just need to heat up a little bit more. Okay, and I pulled it out on the other side with the needle nose as I had it heated up. Maybe a better view of it coming. Make sure the plus side, there's a minus side on this lead right here. Make sure the plus is on the long lead. And there's a plus on the board on the back side here. There we go. Sometimes if you try and poke it through and it doesn't go through, then you have to heat it up as you push it the way again. Alright, there's the positive side and the negative side in. Okay, so now we just have the easy and fun part, which is to solder it. Make sure it's all the way down on the board. And put the solder on one side and the iron on the other. And when it gets hot enough, now I'll just take my wire cutters and cut these excess legs off. Here we can see the caps. These, oh no. Ah, I see what I did. I didn't notice it when I did it. These are both 1,000 microfarads, but the smaller one is a 25 volt one. This is a 50 volt one. So it's okay. You can see over here this power cord adapter just slides right in this slot here. And also, let's put on these little connectors here. Shoot, I don't know which is which. Blue, I have to look at my video, previous video, to check. Hopefully I have that on there. Okay, I watched the old video and this orangish side is on the bottom side, so good thing I recorded it. It's a good thing to record as you disassemble, just in case. And the gray is on the top side here. Helps to have the needle nose. Orange wire is on the bottom, towards the bottom. Let's put that on there. The gray on the top side. Okay, slip this into the slot. Make sure you're not pinching these wires. Let's put these screws back in. These little black screws. Maybe that's not the right one. I think it's the right one for this guy up here. And another little black screw right here. And this bigger one over here. Okay. So it goes into this little slot. There's a little hole right here. And then this goes back here, but then I need to screw it in there. Let's go ahead and do that. So again, we need to align this piece with this adapter up here. And this piece we don't want to forget to reconnect. Okay, let's use the needle nose to kind of help it. Don't want to force it real hard though. May not be the right direction. Actually, I see the connections on the top. I think it's connectors should face up. Yeah, it's starting to go in there. There we go. Should hear a little click going in there. This little guy just runs in these little slots here, and then around, and actually I think it comes out here. Put this on there. So I ran this wire and see if it still flashes. I think we'll find that it's all fixed. Give a solid picture. So it's on. Here's the test. Yes, it's not flashing. Looks good. So before this was flashing. So I know it's working now. I just have to plug it into the computer to double verify, but for sure it's working. Looks good.